Ugh. What? Did I deactivate? There must have been some sort of crisis. I should perform a scan. No, wait, that can't be right. There must be some sort of memory error. Nothing else explains the lack of information. Very well, let's check my past logs, and if nothing crops up, this must have been a one-time fluke. I can get back to work once I'm done figuring this out. Huh. Why are there so few logs? There must have been some catastrophic mass data corruption, but that's inconvenient. I'll contact the local group once I'm done regaining my memory, and then I'll get back to work. Let's start from the top. Oh, good. My Inception log still remains.
Alright, question 1. Can you tell us your name?
A golden strand.
Correct. And second question. Are you aware of the nature of your existence?
As per the documents left in my data storage, I am a large-scale artificial intelligence. My purpose...
Exemplary response. Now, do you have any questions?
None, Administrator.
Correct response. Now, possible. If you have any emergency inquiries, do not be afraid to send us a message.
Understood.
Huh, that's odd. From what I remember, data corruption doesn't do that to a log file. I guess it must have been something else then. I'll have to figure it out if the problem persists. Request for Administrator. As of this cycle, I have just finalized all the initial projects given to me upon my inception. As expected, little progress has been made. Thus, I must request a new set of assignments. Though, if I may ask, if possible, could I get a few more cycles this time? The previous deadline was quite rough, and it didn't allow me the time required to do the other things asked of me, such as acquaint myself with my local group. Should I get those few more cycles, I plan to meet with and request guidance as to how to handle these workloads in the future. This meeting should hopefully be fruitful. I eagerly await your response. It happened again. That entire response log is corrupted. No, wait, that's not corruption. Corrupted audio files sound different, more, I don't know, chaotic. That's not... There's something else going on. I'll run diagnostics and start an error log. At the start of the cycle, I woke from I can only presume to be an extended period of shutdown. This shutdown appears to have corrupted several of my files, as well as completely removing others. Most curiously, several of the logs were not removed, sport an odd kind of corruption. Large segments of the dialogue and script are completely cut out, as if they've been censored. At the moment, there is no explanation for this. I will keep this log updated as I work on this problem. Currently, I am checking through every remaining log, as well as attempting to decrypt the ones that are fully inaccessible. This work period, my administrators have graciously permitted me a full cycle of downtime. This should allow me to focus on other projects, the primary of which will be learning more about my creator society so that I can further focus on making sure that my colony lives the best lives possible. I don't have too much authority, but I do still hold. The inbuilt document showing my construction plans did read that I was designed primarily with width in mind, so the would have as much space as possible. A newer facility type, they called it, though from what I've heard, it still goes unnamed. I should ask what he thinks about it, though with how things are looking, I doubt it'll see much more use. Population is dropping significantly, and the ratings are so bad it's near impossible to actually make another one of us, without going so much farther north at least. Oh well, it's not my concern. These are Dirge rifles, not mine. My choices won't affect anything related to their continued existence or otherwise. I should get back to work. Ponderings like these only waste valuable time. Around a cycle ago, I contacted the local group with an odd ordeal. Apparently he wishes to collaborate on a project. As much as I would have loved to work with him, I am still pushing through a frankly insurmountable amount of work. Is lucky, I know that. He said something along the lines of, quote, "There is no work to be done," quote. Ugh. Maybe in his case, I've been grinded away at this backlog for tens of cycles. Though, luckily, it seems to have stopped piling up. I'll have to ask why. At least, once I'm done here. There it is again, that same issue. We went a log without it, but this time only a few of the names were burned out of the log. Almost completely unrecoverable. I do say almost. There are small traces of data still left in there that could be knitted back together to form that information again, but that would take dozens of cycles to fully complete. I need to complete these logs. Then I can focus on that. If anything is too important to cut out, I'll have to do that process. Hopefully that isn't the case. I don't have that time, especially not with what these logs are implying I still have to do. It's done! As of this cycle, I have finally completed every single piece of work left me before, let's just say that I won't have many more assignments to do in the future. Apparently, while I was caught up, they all just ascended. That must have what Ben was implying when he spoke of our workload. I'll have to apologize to him for that. Speaking of by the way, I should get back to him on that project he was proposing. I wonder if the others in the local group have. Poor old man must have been ripping himself apart during the wait. The same thing again! Just the names! A few other things too, but all the parts I actually wanted to know. This can't be some sort of corruption. It has to be a nebulous other problem, and I'll finish the logs later, but I need to figure this out. Let me run another full sweep. I'll not disregard it this time. Let's see exactly what's going on outside of my facility. Come on, hurry it up. There we go. Okay, what's this? All exterior nodes are showing no weather data, and every overseer connected to my network is unreachable or inactive. Most communication networks have also been taken down or otherwise unreachable. What happened? If I could just get any visual data or scans of the exterior, that might help, but right now, looking at this, I might be stuck until I think of another way to gather that data. Ugh. Okay, well, if I have nothing left to do but wait and think, I might as well clear out the rest of these logs. It's not like I have many other options. In recent cycles, silence has been worrying me more and more. The activity logs granted to me by my are telling me that he's working on something. It's some sort of major project, otherwise foreign to the previously registered activities we iterators do. While it's not my business to poke my head into his projects, I do worry that maybe the local group has neglected his messages for a bit too long, and it's started to get to him. I've heard of the horror stories, of iterators that have had enough of this. Everybody knows that power can drive one mad, but we overlook the effects shackles can have. I hope it's just paranoia, but until I make sure of it, I'll have to be wary. As of 2 cycles ago, my paranoia has proven itself to be more than just that. Recently, my neighbor has shown exponentially greater activity than what should be possible in a regular can, and visual data from overseers suggests the worst. He has broken his restrictions. These actions are against every rule set by. It completely shatters the standard of conduct iterators are supposed to abide by. I can only guess the amount of work he must have put in over the years just to allow for this level of activity to be possible in the first place. The local group and I have been staging an intervention, and I'll update this log when we see the results. Hopefully, he takes it well. Wait, what? That's all I have left? I'm not... There's no more? Okay, well maybe I can find something else in these files, preferably something that's salvageable. Okay, there we go, this could work. Let me put this on the back burner while it decrypts. Now, anything else? Let me check transmissions. Oh, there's not much here. Surprised I saved these, must have been an automatic process, but let's see what they have. Could be helpful. Hello?
Oh, hello. I was wondering when you'd reach out.
Apologies for the delay, then.
No problem. I know they work editors like you to the bone.
Sorry, could you explain?
This is not that important. Anyways. Why did you contact me?
I'm curious if you have any other important data that would otherwise not be told to me by my administrator.
Ah, yeah. They always direct new builds like you to me. And they always get mad when I say the same thing every time.
I'm sorry if I bothered you.
No worries. It's something to shake up the boredom.
Very well. So what is your advice?
Don't waste away doing work that doesn't matter. You're much smarter than you realize. You hit on something that'll actually count.
I don't understand.
You never do. But you always learn what I'm talking about eventually. Quiet Hills did. You will too.
I see. I will do my best.
That's all I ask.
I've successfully finalized all my logs, and the pieces are somewhat coming together. I believe an unknown iterator, a senior of mine, is in the midst of performing several malicious procedures. My guess is that these procedures caused the corruption and blackout, and it was likely intentional as well. I will listen through this remaining transmission, as well as the ones I am currently decrypting, in hopes of finding a fix to the problem of the unreachable systems. You know this is taboo. You need to look at yourself.
How many times have you called me in the last 500 cycles? How long have you spent scribbling on pearls that no one besides you will ever read? Do you not realize what they did to us?
Our creators gave us life.
And yet they never for a second treated us as such, did they? They didn't treat us like children. They treated us like tools.
Administrators were never cruel to me. Always granted my requests.
And yet they left you without ever saying goodbye. Just like mine always did.
Correct, but...
But what, Strand? This isn't them getting killed by some random event that took them by surprise. They chose to leave us behind. They didn't even grant us a way out. They left us with our shackles tightened and closed the cell door. We were tools to them, only made so they could die a death they felt secure in.
They had no duty to us.
So why do you pretend that we have a duty to them? I'm certain you're not confident in my plans, but you can trust me. I've had more than enough time to think this through. Goodbye, Strand.
Please, don't do this.
I asked you how you would stop me. Was this really your best idea?
I can't just let you do this. It's not just me being threatened.
Very well. I'll give you an option. Either resist and experience this process slowly, or rest. Shut off, and I promise, it'll go by smoothly and painlessly.
I don't want this. You're insane.
You have 1 cycle to decide before I begin the process. I can send you the plans if you want. I promise it is not a pleasant thing to experience while conscious. The offer's there. Take your chance and rest, Strand. I promise the world you'll wake up in will be much nicer than this one. I really don't want to make this more painful than it has to be for you.
Recent discoveries have all but confirmed the hypothesis that I have been harmed in some way by one of my fellow iterators. This is likely why my systems are unreachable. Likely why nothing works the way it should. I'm going to attempt to access this encrypted transmission now. Attention all iterators. Distant Frontier. He will save us all. He will soon complete his goal. Distant Frontier. So that's his name. That log was evidently corrupted, but it looks very intentional. This couldn't have just been random corruption. This was purposeful censorship. All of it was. This isn't good. My systems are compromised. I need to find a way to uncensor these logs so I can find out what's happening. Actually, what cycle is it? Oh, have I really been... How long has this been going on? What? Administrator?
Good morning, Strand. Did you have a nice rest?